Hey guys, welcome back to Trippy Commentaries, and thank you for joining us in our search for the hidden Easter eggs here in Grand Theft Auto 5. My name's RJ, and today I have a couple things that I really want to show off to you. First thing, I just want to talk about Michael, who I believe is the most suspicious character in the game, at least when it comes to these Easter eggs. He's directly linked to the aliens and the UFOs and all that, so I really just want to talk about that because I believe he might be the missing link or the key to unlocking a new undiscovered Easter egg here in the game, possibly the Jetpack. Another thing is I have found a new possible clue to one of the Easter eggs in the game, something I feel is definitely intentional, so I really need to show you guys, and I just want to hear what you think. Perhaps it is a new big clue, so stick around for that, of course. First, I want to take the opportunity here to really say thank you guys for watching the channel and just being a part of this Easter egg hunt. This game is not that old. It's not been out for that long at all, and I guarantee you there's still some stuff to be found in this game, and most likely it is probably going to be a pretty mind-blowing Easter egg of some kind, so make sure you stay tuned. Definitely voice your opinion. Make sure you let yourself be heard, so drop your comment if you have any ideas, or if you pick up something, maybe you see something in the video that I didn't point out. Just definitely drop a comment and let us know what you think. Love giving you guys shout outs when you have some new information. I'll be putting out a video pretty soon giving some people shout outs, so just make sure you stay tuned to the hunt, as we are definitely going to be showing off some crazy new information in Grand Theft Auto 5 that you never know might lead us to something big. I think it will. Now, getting back to Michael here, probably the most suspicious character in the game. He is the only character who is able to do yoga out of the three main protagonists, I guess you can call them. Yeah, so there's two places you can do yoga. You can do it in Michael's backyard, and you can do it on top of a mountain overlooking Mount Chiliad. Pretty interesting that there's only two places to do yoga. Yoga is one of the major clues in this Easter egg hunt. I'm sure you guys have been to the alien hippie camp where they have yoga symbolized all over the place. There's some very suspicious areas throughout the map where you can find people doing yoga. So it doesn't take a genius to figure out that they really want us to do yoga. And if that's the case, then that means we have to be Michael. He's the only character who probably has the patience to even attempt this. I can't see Trevor doing any yoga, not at all. So there are four main things that link Michael to this Easter egg, and the first thing is yoga, as I mentioned. The second thing is his involvement with the Epsilon program, as you see him stretch out overlooking the tallest structure in Los Santos, the tallest building in the game, the Maze Bank building over there. Very interesting. He's got a great view in his backyard. And come over to the garage here. I managed to hold on to one of the rare Epsilon vehicles. Now, you cannot use this color yourself. It is not available at Los Santos Customs, so that makes this an extremely rare vehicle just because of the Kiflam Epsilon color there. And you never know, maybe the game wanted us to hold on to a vehicle. Maybe it can be used for something. Probably not, because that would suck if I managed to not hold on to a vehicle while doing those missions. But you never know. So the Epsilon program is a big reason why Michael is directly linked to the Easter eggs as well. I mean, the Epsilon program talks about aliens and history and all kinds of crazy cryptic shit that really doesn't make a whole lot of sense, but I'm sure it has some sort of meaning, that's for sure. The third link to the Easter eggs for Michael is just his link to the aliens in general. There's two things that can be brought out of it. First of all, he hallucinated and had to shoot the aliens and do that whole thing. I mean, that might lead us to believe that he has had some involvement with aliens before the game started. maybe he's been abducted before, as that's another thing that happens in the game. He goes through an alien abduction. So he's the only character to technically be on board one of the UFOs. Damn you, why are you stopping in the middle of the road for no reason? Bastard. Yeah, so he's been abducted. Whether that was another hallucination or not, I'm not sure. It looked pretty real. And yeah, so he has been inside an alien vessel, which is another reason to believe that he might be the character to maybe communicate with them and eventually get to use the jetpack. So that's the 4 links. You have the Epsilon tracks through the Epsilon program. I mean, I just finished getting those Epsilon tracks. Very suspicious. There are 10 of them, even though there are some clues that there might even be more. There might be more to find, but nobody's found any additional tracks. So pretty suspicious. They don't reward you with anything at all other than more cryptic information. So that just lends itself to us thinking that it is involved even more. Maybe we have to get those Epsilon tracks to unlock something else that we're not even sure of. Now, yeah, and just finishing up on those 4 main clues about Michael, you have the Epsilon program and the Epsilon tracks, his involvement with yoga, his abduction, and his hallucination of the aliens. So all those lead us to believe that he is directly involved with the UFO, the aliens, everything, the Easter eggs, and he is probably going to be involved with this Easter egg. That pool kind of looks like an Easter egg down there, doesn't it? Interesting. I guess it would be a little bit of a skinnier Easter egg. And I gotta say that we're getting pretty close to Easter right now in our world. So pretty good time for us to find a new Easter egg, I would have to say. Now, something I really wanted to show you guys here real quick on the way to the second yoga site is this area right here. You can see the pool area might be shaped in a bit of a pyramid. Another Illuminati symbol. Illuminati is another thing that people are linking up to the Easter eggs in the game. And you can see these tiles. They're diamonds or squares depending on how you look at them. And if you look at the tile on top, you can see a black triangle, which is intentionally put on this tile. That is not a glitch. It is a black triangle right here on top of this tile. Very interesting. So why am I showing it to you guys? Other than just being another triangle hidden in the game, it also might be pointing us towards something, right? Certainly looks like an arrow, you'd have to say. And as I mentioned, that is definitely intentional. I mean, none of the other spots have that black triangle, but that one is trying to be noticed. So that, that's for sure. So where is it pointing us towards? What do you know? A UFO. Pretty crazy. I mean, certainly it is not one of the main hidden UFOs, that's for sure. All of us have seen this UFO in our travels, but it is still very suspicious. And let me go ahead and turn down the music, because another thing that is suspicious about this UFO is that it gives off a very unique noise. Hopefully you guys can hear that in the recording. Very suspicious. I mean, why is it giving off a sound? A very alien-like sound. I mean, it definitely looks like a prop, that's for damn sure. But they went out of their way to put in the crazy alien sound effects. What the fuck? Right? WTF. Question mark, exclamation point. So definitely something I just wanted to show you guys, because, it's yet another UFO. It is making a very strange sound effect that you really can't hear from anything else. It sounds like maybe something that the space docker would do, but doesn't seem to be the case. There's another mountain. So I just wanted to show you guys that perhaps another new clue, as it certainly seems intentional. It is pointing us towards another UFO, and it is boldly saying, what the fuck, right to us. So yeah, we'll head to the other mountain where we can find the last yoga spot, one of only two areas that you can do yoga. We are Michael, who, I mean, look at him. He's wearing the Kiflam outfit. He's got a necklace of a golden sun. Think of the clues here. The clues are telling us to praise the sun. What better way to praise the sun than to wear a sun necklace, a golden sun necklace? And, yoga has a lot to do with these Easter eggs, that's for sure. So we'll be going to the last yoga spot. We'll go to the top of the mountain. Now I'm going to put in the code to make the weather stormy, or as they call it in the game, thundery. And, maybe that will signal Kraft, the god in the Epsilon program. Maybe he has something to do with the undiscovered Easter eggs. He's one of the more mysterious characters that you don't hear a lot about, but certainly he has a lot of significance, that's for sure. As we fly over to the yoga spot, of course the sun is rising, and we're going to try to praise the sun by doing yoga while the sun's rising with Mount Chiliad in the background. Let's do this. This might be the final secret thing we need to do to unlock a new step in this Easter egg hunt. There is the pink T-Rex down there. I'm kind of suspicious about that guy as well. I've heard some other people say that they're suspicious as well. Maybe that has something to do with an Easter egg, as it is something that kind of stands out. Over here to the right, you have the Humane Labs, another area that is highly suspicious. You get some stars if you go in there, so it is well protected. But what are they hiding? We had to go in there for some missions, or I think just maybe one mission during the storyline, but it was a very important mission, that is for sure. Maybe that Humane Lab area is hiding something as well. There's also what I hear is a suspicious green light that can be found in that area. Maybe we'll show that off in an upcoming episode. There's the lighthouse. Maybe that is another way to duplicate the sun using the lighthouse. I've searched over there, and I do want to make an episode talking about that, but right now I just don't have enough information quite yet. And here is the mountain. I believe this is Mount Gordo. Let me confirm that here on the map. Yes, Mount Gordo, the second place that we can do yoga in the game. So let's go ahead and find a landing spot. There is some wildlife out here, so be careful. You will be eaten if you're not careful. And also, I will get another song or musical track to play in the background, something that definitely is very fitting to this, as this might be a very big event here, as we will be doing yoga on top of Mount Gordo while it is storming outside. Pretty crazy. This is the second yoga spot in the game. Pretty interesting spot for them to put yoga, you have to say, right? Just give me a second as I bring up the music as well as the codes. The code for changing the weather is right trigger A, left bumper, left bumper, left trigger, left trigger, left trigger, X. And there you have it. What is that? Extra sunny weather? Well, that's an idea. We are trying to praise the sun, but let's go ahead for storming. Gotta like the code system here in the game. It's does a good job at being forgiving. It's not too hard to put it in at all. And as I said, just give me a second to prepare this yoga session. What do we have? Cloudy weather or smoggy? Overcast. We're getting closer, Michael. So all three of the characters definitely have their links to the Easter egg. But as far as I can tell, it appears as if Michael is the most suspicious character. As I had mentioned, it appears as if he is probably the character that is mostly linked to this Easter egg. Alright, so I have everything ready to go. Wow, crazy weather out here. We do have a radio tower back there. Certainly another suspicious factor to Mount Gordo. One thing I do want to show you guys before I start this, let me see if I can see it from here. There is, let me climb up, maybe I can see it from up top of the mountain a little bit more. But there is a dead tree that sticks out to me. So I think maybe that might be symbolizing the alien hippie camp, because the hippie camp does have a dead tree of its own, and it's right there in the middle of the camp for you to see. So I think it is suspicious that there is a dead tree over here on Mount Gordo as well. Now, unfortunately, it's a little bit further down. Damn it. We'll do that last. I'll show you guys that at the end of the episode, because I thought it was closer, but apparently I am wrong. So let's hold off on that for a second. Let's do yoga for the last time in this episode. And this is one of the subscribers' theories. Definitely a great idea. Down, kitty. And let's give it a try. Here we go. All right. Yoga mini game number 2, as we see Michael go into the mountain position there with Mount Chiliad in the background. You have candles lit in a triangular position. Very strange. And you have to say, this looks very ominous. The camera is switching from the mountain in the background to the radio tower in the background. Lightning flashing in the background as well. I gotta say, I really do hope this is involved with the Easter egg, because it would just be genius. It would just be a cool way for Rockstar to link all this up together. I mean, they're certainly giving us the clues that point to something like this. And it must not be easy to signal craft or the aliens, one of the two. You got to do some crazy shit. Now, I do want to say that one of my theories is that you are not allowed to use codes in the game. That's been one of the things that a lot of the Grand Theft Auto games have in common. If you put in codes and save it, it kind of fucks up your game file. You never know what it's going to do. A lot of times it makes it so it's not even possible to finish the game. So I might be cheating. They might want you to really go crazy with it and, actually wait for it to storm before you come here. That's got to be hard as fuck. I can't imagine sitting around waiting for the right time. I mean, it's hard enough possibly linking up, maybe the moon, because there's different versions of the moon. You could have the crescent moon, the full moon, so maybe that has something to do with it. Who knows? Rockstar is probably going, they're trying to go for the hardest Easter egg in the history of video games here. So we certainly have to have an open mind. And make sure you guys, as I mentioned, drop a comment if you have any ideas. What I'm doing right now is one of our subscribers' theories. And when I read, certain theories just pop out to me. And this is one of them that did, doing yoga on top of the mountain while it's storming outside. I recently finished completing getting all the Epsilon tracks, so I feel like I have 100% completion with Michael. And this is definitely a good thing to do after you have everything completed. Now, this does give Michael extra strength. We might be reaching another plane of enlightenment. Who knows? Hopefully we're doing something. That's all I gotta say. As we stretch, you can see Mount Chiliad in the background. Crazy shit. Unfortunately, it doesn't look like we unlocked something, or at least, nothing obvious, that's for sure. But yeah, thank you guys so much for joining us for this episode in our search for the undiscovered Easter eggs in the game. As I said, I promise you guys there's still something to be found. That is for damn sure. And hopefully we can show it off to you guys very soon. Last thing I want to show you to sign off in this episode is that dead tree that I mentioned. There's some dead trees throughout the map, as you can imagine, but being that this one is on Mount Gordo and all the other trees around here are alive and well, this one kind of sticks out to me. There it is. There's the dead tree. Why is it dead? All the other plant life looks pretty good. I mean, it looks like there's another dead tree over here, but there's another alive tree connected to it. So maybe these dead trees are symbolizing Mount Gordo even more. It's a possibility and something I definitely wanted to bring up. Thanks again for watching, guys. We really appreciate y'all staying tuned to the channel. Make sure to just keep clicking here at Trippy Commentaries. We have a lot to show you, and once again, I really appreciate those of you who are helping out. I will make an episode very soon giving credit to a lot of you guys, and more shout outs to come and more ideas and really new things that I have to show off. So I'm RJ. Thanks again for watching. We'll catch you in the next episode. Peace out.